Hello, my beautiful trap stars. It's your favorite spiritual pusher, Queen Celine. And this is going to be a no contact love reading, okay? Messages from the person that you are in no contact with, all right? A special welcome back to my OG subscribers. I love you guys deep. He, she, they, them, in all of my readings. Flip it, twist, reverse, or however you need to. However, if it do not fit, do not make a stick, okay? Please do not give your power away to tarot, oracle, or its readers. All right. So I've already premeditated. That's how I know that this is going to be a no contact situation. You know, and your girl's getting into these love readings, honey. Okay, this little Cancer is cancering. So I've already cleansed the energy. I already said the prayer. We're already in. Okay, my head is pounding a little bit. I do not know why. So bear with your girl, okay? All right. Holy Spirit, what are the messages that you want to give my collective over here on the Oracle Traphouse channel, okay? Oracle Traphouse 777. I know that this is a no contact reading, but what is going on? Give my collective the messages of clarity and truth in regards to this no contact situation, okay? So the first card out of the deck we have is Cycles, okay? We have Earth signs here. And then we have grounding that flipped over, but it didn't fall out, so we're going to keep it. If it comes back out, then we know that's just confirmation, okay? What else do we have for my trap stars in regards to this no contact situation? Whoa, I don't know what this card is because I definitely stopped it from coming out. So we're going to look at it because I think that's crazy. Oh, my house is cold. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Hold up. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if spirit just hit me. I don't know what happened, y'all. Hold on. Please hold on, y'all. Just hold on. All right, y'all. I lie to you not. Like, out of nowhere, I just started freezing. So I'm like, my air was sitting on 71. That's not even cold for real. But, right, I had to turn that hoe up. So this is the card that basically, I don't know what happened. Whatever happened, but this was the card. So if that one comes back out, we know, okay? All right. What do my trap stars need to know in regards to this no contact situation? What is this energy? What is this story? What do we need to know in regards to no contact situation? This is a love reading. One more card, please. One more card, please, and thank you. One more card in regards to this no contact situation. One more card, please, and thank you. Okay. So, 2 fell out. Oh. We're going to put this one at the bottom of the deck because I don't feel like creating another row. And that was the other card. Okay. So, we're going to get into this energy, but let me see if let me slide these down a little bit. Make sure you guys can see everything. Make sure we have space. All right. So we have earth energy here as well as fire energy. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This can be a confirmation. This can be your sign, their sign. You know, big 3, sun, moon, and rising. But off the rip, guys, we're going to go and clarify this if we need to. But off the rip, I feel like whoever this person is that you are not having any contact with, they want to come back around. I mean, it's just out here clear as day, right? We have the communicate card. We also have the coffee cup here, okay? And so both of these cards are speaking about communicating and meeting up, okay? And so expect to get a message from this person. I'm kind of hearing, right, thank you, Spirit. They want to test the water. I'm not quite sure what happened to make you guys cut ties with this ship at the bottom of the deck, but I do see that you have moved on from the situation, or you've started to, okay? I'm not sure if you cut them off, or if they cut you off. My leg is shaking, so I'm just getting like this anxious, unstable energy, if I must be honest. So I feel like the way that you guys ended, it could have been really on some bullshit. Okay. I feel like there was some sort of trust that was broken. Or things happened and you guys could have just fell off. Okay, so I could be talking to two different people at this time, because those are really two different energies. But whatever this is, I feel like there was some sort of cycle that needed to close. Okay, something needed to be finished. Someone may have needed to work on themselves, is what I'm hearing. But we're going to clarify this energy. We're going to have to, because I'm getting so many different storylines. I'm not about to sit here. The way my head hurts, I'm not about to sit here and do it. All right. Spirit, clarify this cycles card. What is this? Is this something that's coming to an end, or is this something that is trying to come back around? I just want to know what this is. Like, what was this pattern? What is this cycle for this no contact situation? We have the Hangman that fell out in reverse. So I feel like in the past, when you were dealing with this person, they really breadcrumbed you in a sense. I think that they didn't even know what they wanted for themselves. And so I'm hearing the song, "Give me all of me and I'll give you all of," wait, how's the song? Give you all. I don't listen to John Legend, but it's that John Legend song. If you know what I'm talking about, cool. I'm not even about to try to make up the words, because I don't even listen to him, so I don't know why that song popped up in my head. But it's giving like, when you were dealing with this person, you were giving them all of you, but you were getting the short end of the stick, okay? And so, I feel like this happened to be the pattern of how things went, like sometimes you'd be good, sometimes you wouldn't be. I feel like you wanted way more out of this than what the person was giving you. It's just the energy. Look, yeah, exactly. The King of Cups flew out in reverse. So, this person could be hot and then cold, you know what I'm saying? They could act like they want to deal with you and then they don't, Katy Perry, okay? You're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no, you're in and you're out, you're up and you're down. Like, basically, that's that energy. So I feel like this is, moon at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this was a cycle that you decided to let go of, okay? I think that you decided to let this person go. It wasn't enough. Okay. And it wasn't for you to make it enough. And there was just so much uncertainty in regards to this relationship or situationship, whatever it is, that I feel like after a while, it either just kind of faded out, or again, some sort of trust was broken and it's like, yeah, or I'm out, or you just decided that you were going to head out. Because remember, we seen that grounding card. So I feel like you were on, you needed to ground yourselves. Like you were starting to realize like, this is not healthy. This is not what I want. Okay. And so we have this earth sign card here. And so, I feel like in this situation, you were looking for stability. Okay. Right. Page of Pentacles that wanted to show itself. And look at this Two of Pentacles at the bottom. This is all earth energy, right? Pentacles of earth energy. Pentacles can be about money. It's about stability. It's about foundation, right? So, again, I feel like you decided to ground yourself with it, and start moving on, understanding like, hey, you're never going to get everything that you want from this person. And you're starting to balance. You're either starting to balance yourself out, or you have started to balance yourself out, understanding like, this isn't it. This is not it. For some of you too, I am hearing that you could have slowly removed yourself from them, or you could have slowly stopped giving them energy. And that could have caused, again, that cycle. They come around, act like shit's going to be good. And then as soon as they get you back to where you normally are at, they go back into the bullshit that they were in. But, I feel like now at this point, once when you decided to let this person go, or once when you had enough, I feel like you started to refocus on yourself and put that energy back into yourself. I feel like this person really depleted you, because this is something that you were actually working towards, and they weren't putting in as much effort as you, not in the areas that you needed it. So now I feel like this person has been really thinking about what you brought to the table, who you are as a person. And I feel like it caused them to understand that they're not going to really get this type of energy anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, with this Eight of Pentacles here, you are someone that really dedicates your time to the things that you love, and you are a high quality person. And I don't really pick up like, oh, this person was running around talking to other people, as much as I just think that, you were out of their league. Like, look at how I'm really shaking the table, shaking and everything. Hold on, because let me ground myself, both feet planted to the ground. This energy is overwhelming. It's very overwhelming. And so again, it's not like I see another person in the picture, I don't think that they were necessarily running around talking to a bunch of different people. I just think that they don't know what they want for themselves. So how can they give you right confirmation? Thank you, Spirit, because the horn just went off. I feel like they don't even know what they want for themselves. Like, how they are with you is how they are with themselves. And I think that you weren't really able to understand that, or you didn't see that at the time, and so it's just given this energy of like, you thought they would, with time, they would eventually get better, things would eventually get better. But it's like, with time, it actually didn't. It did the opposite with that, hermit that was in reverse. It actually did the opposite, because it created stagnation, and then it created this toxic pattern of emotions. Okay. This person could have told you that you were too emotional, or, they might, and it wasn't even about you being too emotional as much as is the fact of like, hey, listen, these are my needs. Like, you're not fulfilling my needs, And so again, I feel like this person, since you guys went no contact, or since you pulled your energy away, because very well, we know this person wants to communicate with you. They might have already started communicating with you as well, or you could have pulled your energy away. And now, again, it's just given that testing the water. Like, they want to see like, hey, are you done for real? Or will you give them another chance? Because with this Hammer card here, we're going to clarify this energy. But I feel like this person understands where and what they did wrong. And now they want to come back in and try to rebuild something with you. But honestly, if they didn't put in the work for themselves, it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to work. So with this Hammer, with the Six of Wands clarifying this rebuilding energy, I feel like there is some sort of, yeah, absolutely, positively, there's some sort of successful movement that's happening. Look, I mean, across the board, just pure success, right? So I think that if you decided, wow, look how I split the deck. I think if you decided to allow this person a chance to speak their truths, I think you would like what you're hearing. I feel like, I don't know, guys, because listen, in my heart of hearts, in my spirit, okay, the energy that I feel, it's giving, yeah, they may understand what's going on. And yes, they may want to fix it, but I'm not quite sure if they're going to know how. Because again, this is something that's an issue with them. Like, you're not the problem. And so this reading, it's like what they're trying to come in, what they want to rebuild with you is very beautiful. They want success and they want this emotional fulfillment with you. But again, in the back of my mind, it's just like, but
can they actually give it to you? Wanting to do something and doing something are two different things. Clarify this communication card, Spirit. What are they, what do they want to communicate? Right. They want to work things out with you. They want to ask for your forgiveness, and they want a new beginning with you. They want this new beginning with you. They're hoping that you will be able to receive, what it is that they're offering, right? But again, even though they want this new beginning with you and they want to ask for it, I'm getting that they're eager to start things up with you again, but we still have this energy of unknown, like this blindfold is still on. So I feel like it's that point. Have you ever been in a situation where you don't want to lose someone, so you try to do things differently, but in the midst of trying to do things differently, you're changing the essence of who you are? I don't know if you guys ever gone through that. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm a sucker for love. So I've been with people before, I've dated people before who I knew they wanted this or that. So I would transform myself into this or that because I knew that that's what they wanted, but then I would lose myself. So then the next thing I know, I'm in this relationship and, at first things are great, but then by month 4 or 5, I've realized, bitch, I'm drowning. So then I'm sitting in this energy. I'm telling you my business, but whatever, then I'm sitting in this energy of, well, we've already put this amount of months in, maybe now things can change, or, maybe things will get better. But it's like, no, baby, it's never going to get better because you changed you. You've created something that is not of you. So then I end up leaving them, by month 10, I'm out the door. I don't even get to see a 1-year anniversary. I'm already out the door because at this point now I'm staying in something that is no longer healthy for me, but I'm the one that made it no longer healthy for me because I decided to change myself in areas that didn't necessarily need to be changed. You either take them as they are or you don't. You feel me? And then I became miserable. And this is the energy that it's given me. And I guess that's why I feel so unsettled. It makes perfect sense. Thank you, Spirit, because it's like, yeah, they want to communicate with you. They want a new beginning with you. They're trying to speak some sort of clarity and truth to you. They have this vision of what they see with you. And it's like, yeah, they want to jump right into it, but they are still in denial. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing has been done. It's giving. Or they don't know what parts of them they need to change, or they don't even know if they can change it. This could very well be someone who was very hurt in the past. This is somebody that has baggage, hella baggage. And I'm going to give you this little bit of tea. You don't know the half of it. You don't know half of the bags that they carry. Okay? So it's a lot deeper then this is something that you can't fix nor heal. This is something that's on them. They need help. They need, to seek a therapist or a pastor. There's something within them that they need help, and it has nothing to do with you. And yes, you're this amazing, great person, and they know that, right? But they're not enough for you is really the energy, and they know they're not. And they know they're not. But yet they want, they want to be with you. But if this is the reason why you guys stopped talking to begin with, I just don't know how things could change later on. So, boom. Now here's our storyline. When they communicate to you, they're going to communicate this new idea. They're going to communicate this with you. And you know what? I'm not going to hold you. You're going to end up meeting up with them. You're going to end up meeting up and talking with them, right? Again, it wasn't given like cheating or, player energy. It's not giving that. So I could see why you would want to meet back up with them. Just to hear them out, you honestly probably miss this person, because that's how I feel in my soul. And, you know, with this ship card here, this is moving on and cutting ties, but this is also receiving what you need. So it's like, yeah, you might have let the person go, or you might have them in no contact, or things of that sort. But it's like the reason why you have them there is because you're hurt. So when they call you with this brand new idea, even though you don't know that they're at this stalemate. Like, you don't know that they still have their blindfold on. You guys are gonna, oh goodness gracious. Excuse me, that was a hiccup. And now I have to yawn. Oh my God, guys, so much different energy. You felt all the feels, okay? And so I feel like you're going to end up meeting up with this person, you know, you're going to end up meeting up with them, or you're going to think, or you're going to, you know, try to rekindle something, even if it just starts off as a friendship. You know, maybe it's like, okay, let's start from square one and see how things go. But mentally, you know, I feel like you're tired. It's like, hey, you know, it's like if you had a crystal ball and you could see into the future, you would ask, like, will things be different? And I feel like where you're at, you can't afford to get your feelings hurt again, not by them. And so we have this, you know, do or die situation, because it's like you're either going to do X, Y, and Z, or I don't want to deal with you. But in the midst of this relationship and the things that you had going on, you're already tired. You've already gone through so many emotions. You know, this person they don't have any emotions. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, they're so fucked up. They don't even know how to feel. And it creates this blockage. And damn, who is blasting their music like that? It creates this, sorry y'all, I'm all over the place. I'm trying to tell you, like, I don't even know why. It's just, I think because this energy's all over the place. This person's all over the place. I'm tapping into their energy. You know, this person believes that if you guys can restart again, you know, rebuild, start over from scratch, take it one day at a time, one step at a time, I feel like they think it's going to lead to, you know, this healthy, wow. I think they think it's going to lead to a healthy relationship, but I don't think that they know how to build a healthy relationship. Look. I don't think at this time they know how to build one, because again, they need some sort of guidance or help. Like, they really need to see a therapist or a pastor, or you know, they need, you know? So they're coming in giving you this slow offer. And I feel like you don't have time. Like, it's like at this point, start over from what? Like, man, please. You've already gone through so much hurt and pain in regards to this. For them to think you could just wipe your heart clean and be like, okay, it's crazy. But they're not going to want to hear about the past. And, you know, they're saying they want to make this change. You know, saying you want to do something again and doing it are two different things. This is them thinking. This is them saying and thinking, hey, I want this change. Hey, I could do this. But then they're also like, I'm not quite sure if I can. So they decide to just jump in anyways with the one. They decide to just jump in and do this thing, you know, or try to, you know, reach out to you. But then it's like, right, we're back to this negative thinking, which is going to cause slow and steady. Like, they're going to say, oh, let's do this slow, let's rebuild. But what they want to rebuild on, it's not of the best. Okay? For healthy choices, you know, this is trying to bring in a happier, healthier love life, right? But there's a lot of change that needs to be made. And it's like they want to go forward in that direction of change. You know, they're taking this action to want to change. But baby, something about the mental is fucked. So then it's going to cause, they're going to go back into that mental mindset, which is going to put you back in that negative mental mindset. And then here we are again, feeling abandoned or feeling like, what? This cycle. And what is the cycle? stagnation and, fucked up emotions. Stagnation and fucked up emotions. Look at this Four of Swords in reverse. This is supposed to be resting your mind. This is someone that's not, nothing, your mind is not going to be at ease. The conversation is going to feel beautiful. It's going to sound beautiful. And, it honestly can make you want to do that thing again, right? But we don't see any beauty coming from what's being said. So we have this abundance here, this positive mindset. This person loves how positive you are. They love your positive energy. They love how you hustle and flow. They love how you're able to make shit shake, right? But that's that codependent energy. They need your energy. They need your blessings. And I'm not saying that they need it because they want to steal from you, but that help, it makes their world brighter. See what I'm saying? How they want to hold on. Look, wow, I just said not. You see what I'm saying? You are this beautiful, abundant thing. And look, my hand is shaking. Like, what the fuck? It's like, if I can't have them, nobody can. And it's like, I want them. I'm going to get myself together. Like, it's all this, I don't know, baby, their mind is dark. When it goes there, it goes there. And I feel like their mind's been there a lot. And I think that you didn't know it or you didn't see it. But with this abundance card here, this is you. And it's like they're codependent on that. And they're constantly, living, remembering what you gave them. And it's like they need that energy to survive. They need that energy to survive. Do we have any more messages for this abundance? I mean, can they turn this around, Spirit, is really what I want to know. Like, can they turn their way of thinking, all this hurt and pain, all this trauma, can they turn it around? With the World card here, I feel like they want to. And they're going to try their best too. Okay? I feel, but this is fulfillment, but it's also completion. So I do feel like they're going to try to. Like, again, this person, I don't know how many times I'm going to say it, but I got to keep saying it. This is not somebody who was cheating. This is not somebody who was fucking around with a bunch of different people. This is not player energy. Not at all. This is just someone who met you at the right person, the wrong time. And now that you've removed your energy, all those blessings, ain't no sunshine when she's gone. They're feeling that. They felt it. The minute that you started to remove yourself, they felt it. And I guarantee they probably tried to do these things to bring you back around. But, you're the type of person where when your mind's made up, it's made up. And you don't know what they would have to do in order to bring you to a positive mindset in regards to them, because you've already felt and gone through so much. You're tired. And you make their world complete. So they've really been feeling it. Every time you think of this person, just know it's because they're thinking of you, and they've been thinking of you, and they're pulling on your energy because they need you. They need this thing that you provide. You provide a sense of home. And you've become a regular part of their life. So when you removed yourself, what was already a negative thought pattern really gains momentum. And now they're trying to figure out how to keep you or how to get you back, instead of thinking about how can I make sure that I never lose them again? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? What is this fire energy, Spirit? Lovers, Gemini energy. They have this passion to be with you. They have this passion to, I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm really hearing the sex is probably real good too. Okay, you know what I'm trying to say? So it's like they've become comfortable with you. They've it might not feel like much, but they opened up the best way that they knew how, And so they feel like they're getting this shitty end of the stick, but not taking into account all the things that you felt or that you went through. So I'm going to tell you this. If this is someone that you're not done with, you just put it on pause. If you have it in your heart to try again, absolutely, by all means. But just know this is something you're going to have to be gentle and patient with. Because ultimately, it could lead to something more stable. But the discipline and the help that it would take to get there, I don't know how damaged you will be in the end. Because that means you would have to agree that you would be patient and get through this with this person. But you've already been patient. You've already gone through so much. Like, how much more can you take? That's what you're going to have to ask yourself. When you have this conversation with this person and you allow this door to reopen, you're going to have to go home and really ponder how much more of this will you be able to take? Because again, here we are again. Circles never end. And this person needs, professional guidance. This is way deeper than, look, told you, they need professional guidance. This is way deeper than what you know. Okay? This is stuff that was way before you. Okay? But if you're willing to have that patience, eventually things will turn. And you will be able to move on from this again. So it all depends on how bad you want it. And how much of yourself are you willing to sacrifice to receive what you're asking for? That's the best way I can put it. This is your reading, guys. I love you and I love you for free. If this message resonated, go on and hit that like button. Other than that, I'll catch you in the next reading. Peace.